Your team's really been talking to a lot of parents out there that are saying, even though they've officially banned some of these after-school tutoring, they're finding other ways to do so.
Yeah. So, if you remember, 2 years ago, July 24th, 2021, to be precise, the government launched a sweeping crackdown on the $100 billion private education industry. So basically banning them from teaching for-profit classes on school curriculum subjects. But the objectives, as you may remember, are twofold. The first one is to reduce the homework burden and also the tuition expense of parents, right? Reduce, basically the aim of the goal is of the policy is to reduce the burden on households, and the other one is curbing what the official regard as a wayward or disorderly expansion of private capital in the private education industry. The latter has certainly been achieved. So if you look at the share price of big private tutoring companies like Oriental. New Oriental and also Tao, the prices have fallen like 80%, and millions of jobs have been, hundreds of thousands of jobs have been eliminated as a result. However, the tuition bill of Chinese households have not been lowered. To the opposite, it has gone up. As you know, because the summer vacation just started, and this is the first after the end of the COVID outbreak. Many households are turning to increasingly expensive underground services that have been mushrooming across the country.
So, Charlie, just very quickly here, any specific longer-term implications, social or economic, that stands out maybe from this?
The long-term goal of the policy is also based on some analysis, is to reduce improve the birth rate and also, resolve the problem of widening social inequality. Because the rising cost of raising family, a lot of young couples are not, having children. Young people are not getting married. As a result, the birth rate in China has been on the decline. That's partly why China, launched the crackdown. So over the long term, they have to overcome the issue.